In this video, we're going to have a look at the mail merge feature in Word. So the first thing you need, well, one of the first things you need is a data source. So that can be in any tabular format, such as a table in Word, a table or a spreadsheet list. It is helpful if there are headings for your columns. Makes it easier when you do the merge. And even a database table, or like I've got here, either a CSV file or this one has been tab separated between the columns of the name and surname here. So any of those options will work for a mail merge. So let's have a look at doing one. So you can start your mail merge with a Word document that you've already prepared, or with a blank document like I've got here. So we're going to go to the Mailings tab of the ribbon, and you've got a whole lot of different options, starting with Start Mail Merge, and then you can do Letters, which is a good general option for actual letters as well as things like certificates and all sorts of things. Email messages if you're going to send these. Otherwise, you've got envelopes and labels as your other main options. So I'm going to do a labels example first, and here you can choose different vendors, and this is really useful if you've got specific labels that you want to print onto. Then you need one that matches. So I'm going to do a tower label in this case, and I want to do the W110 mailing label, which is 3.5 high and 7 wide. I'm going to click OK, and it's going to create this table across the page, and I can only see the table because my grid lines on. If I turn them off, then I get this invisible page. So it is useful to go and turn on your grid lines, and you know you're in a table if you don't have the grid lines on, because this is table design and layout at the top here. So back to the Mailings tab. Now we're going to select recipients. Those are the people that are getting these labels. So I'm going to select recipients, choose use an existing list, and you could type up a list at this point, but I've already got some prepared. And then you just need to find where you've saved them. So I've got a spreadsheet called Learners that I'm going to use for my data source, and I'm going to click Open, and in this case it will ask me which sheet I want to use, and of course there was only one sheet in this spreadsheet, so I'm going to use this one. First row contains column headers, so I'm going to click OK. Just to show what this spreadsheet looks like, it's got the one I showed earlier: number, surname, name, grade, and ID number. So these labels, now you'll see each one says next record except the first one. So for labels, we're just going to edit this first label, and then we'll copy the content across to the other labels. So here I'm going to go to Insert Merge Field, and I want the name of the person. I'm going to put a space and then have their surname, and then underneath that I'll have their grade. So now this word grade that I just typed in manually, that will be the same on every label, but the other ones will be different per person. So I'm going to maybe center this and maybe make their name bold. You can format it however you like. Now I'm going to click on Update Labels, and as you can see, it's now updated, and the whole page of labels has got the same information. If I put pictures or put other text on there, it would have been copied to all the labels. Now I can preview the results, and I can see all the people in the list have got a label, and then that's the end of the list. So there's nothing on that label. And now the last step would be to finish and merge. Either I can simply print these directly, or I can say edit individual documents and do all of them, and it will just create a document with all the labels on a page, and you can see it's gone on to several pages even though there's no more people. So obviously before I printed this, I would just delete or not print those extra pages. And that's a basic labels mail merge. For this next example, I'm going to use this table from Word. Just got a lot of students in there. So, and I've already got a pre-prepared document. It's just one page, and it's a little certificate for attending some leadership camp. So here, this is where I'm going to put their name under awarded to. So I'm going to go to Mailings. I'm going to start a mail merge. although it's not a letter per se, it is, that's the closest thing we have. And you'll see it doesn't really make any changes as before. I'm going to select recipients, use an existing list. So I'm going to select the list I had earlier, click on open, and now I am ready to edit the recipient list and insert the merge fields. So this time I'm going to click on edit recipient list, and you can see I've got the whole list there, but I can also sort and filter this list. So I'm going to start by filtering it, and I'll say I only want a certain class. So let's say I want class A. Click OK, and now only those students in class A are there. And perhaps I want to sort them, and I can basically sort by class surname or first name, because those are our column headings. We can also find any duplicates. There are none in this case, but that's where you can find it, and you can also do searches here. You can also manually untick individuals from the list if you want to. Then I'm going to click OK. Again, no obvious changes. I'm now going to say insert merge field, first name, space, and surname. And then we can preview the results to see what it looks like. If we turn on highlight merge fields, then it shows us where the merge fields are clearly, and we can skip through the recipients just to see that it's looking correct for different people. Then I can say finish and merge and either print them straight out, or I can say edit individual documents, and then what that will do is create a Word document that's got one copy of each, in this case certificate, one for each person. And that's really a basic mail merge. Envelopes are very similar. You just choose the size of the envelope and then you insert whatever you want on the envelope itself. And yeah, email messages, obviously you need an email address to email them to the recipients. Other than that, that's the basics of mail merge.